What's up, YouTube? Brett Malone. Gonna play this game called The Hollow. Get your huntsman, and I have to go look for my missing daughter. Oh, I have no idea what it's about. As my queen commands, here now is the story in its entirety. It began not long ago, in a place not far from here, in a small cottage at the edge of the woods. There lived in this cottage a huntsman with his wife, Celeste, and together they had a beautiful daughter by the name of Molly. For a time they were happy, until the fateful day Celeste became gravely ill and never recovered. It was a tragic loss. The huntsman and his daughter grew distant, neither weeping, neither mourning. And then, one day, "Father, I'm going out to play." "Where are you going?" "To look for rabbits in the brush by the trees." "Well, stay away from the woods." And off she went to play. The huntsman, busy with numerous tasks around the home, paid little heed to the sun peeping across the sky. Dusk arrived when he realized Molly had not returned. "Let's go look for her." With his trusty hunting knife at his belt and a bow across his back, he set off to look for Molly by the forest edge. When he arrived at the edge of the woods, he found no sign of her. Searched the brush. Although there was evidence she had played here, there was no clue as to where she might have gone. Let's peer through the trees. The forest was forbidden to enter, but there were always rumors of strange creatures emerging to visit hapless travelers. Okay. Molly would have known better than to go wandering into the woods. Or so the huntsman wanted to believe. "Hey, over here!" Let's look for the source of the sound. The call had come from a small outcropping of rocks. Oddly, no one seemed to be present. "Down here, in the mud." Looked down. Oh, what is that? There, in the mud at his feet, lay Molly's little jester doll. Ugh, kinda creepy looking. It was a ragged old thing. Celeste had found one year and given it to Molly. The girl and the doll were rarely seen apart, so to find it here was somewhat alarming. "Oh, I'm so glad you found me. I was afraid some vermin might take me away to its burrow. And then what would you do?" Yeah, let's do this one. Have I lost my mind? "I can't say for sure, but I do know that if we don't act fast, you will lose your daughter." "Where's Molly?" "Ah, that's the right question." "Okay. I'm afraid it's bad news. We were playing when she heard a lullaby from the woods." "Whoa, really?" "It was the same lullaby our dear departed Celeste used to sing to her before sending her to the dream realm." "Oh, who was singing it?" "I wish I knew. Certainly not Celeste, however. There's more to these woods than mere pixies and brownies." What? "Okay. Oh, I'm going after her." The huntsman knew the dangers of these woods. By the king's decree, they had been made forbidden for all to enter. Oh, we can't enter the woods, huh? With his daughter lost in these woods, however, that meant nothing to him. The huntsman plunged forward into the darkness. Okay, I suppose you might say this is where our story really begins. Oh, does it really? Part 1, The Hunt. Oh yeah, let's go to the hunt. Voice, well, what have we here? Oh, show us who's there. Oh, look at me. "I am the huntsman. Who are you?" "Well now, your voice is all full of bravery and courage. That's good. You're going to need it." "Oh yeah? You need to give your eyes a moment to adjust to the darkness. You're obviously not from around here." "I guess I'm not." "The name's Slaw, and this here's my part of the woods. Like coleslaw." "What's a huntsman like you doing here? Didn't you know you humans aren't allowed in here?" "I'm looking for my daughter." "Your daughter? Oh, you mean that little girl who came through here before dusk." "My daughter, you've seen her?" "Yeah, and I'll give you this one for free. See that hollow tree over there? It's through there she went. If you want to find her, you best hurry on through." "A hollow tree?" Although the huntsman had met few satires in his life, he knew to be wary of them. "Why would you help me?" "Because, between you and me, having a human huntsman in my woods makes me nervous. Never know when you might try to cut open a wolf or kill a river spirit? The quicker I send you after your daughter, the better for me and mine. Okay, so off you go then. Keep in hand your hunting knife in case the satyr tried anything. The huntsman approached the tree hollow. It seemed to grow bigger as he got nearer, becoming big enough for a grown man to clamber through, which is precisely what he did. You noticed all the creepy eyes. Oh, and climbed out in another part of the forest. The dog, be careful! That satyr works for the Hollow Queen. She's powerful around these parts. Who's the Hollow Queen? Tall, dark, and spooky. Some say she covets human emotions because she can't have any of her own. You thought to warn me now? It seemed inappropriate to speak it up front of the satyr. He might have taken me for a valuable trinket and tried to steal me. True, I'd help you if I knew more about these woods, but I'm just a doll. Head full of stuffing. Okay. The smell of a nearby campfire drew the huntsman's attention. In a small clearing among the trees, he spotted a man equipped not unlike himself. Another hunter. Oh, hello there! How strange to see another human in these woods. You're the second one I've seen today. Was the other little girl? Indeed she was. She was in the company of a very spooky lady, however, so I took pains not to reveal myself. These are not safe woods. Where did they go? And here the hunter hesitated. Well, I suppose I could tell you, but I imagine you'd then be on your way, and then how would we ever know? Know what? Why, who's the better hunter between the two of us, of course? I don't care who's the better hunter. A worrying gleam appeared in the hunter's eye. Here's what I propose. There's a basilic that roams these woods. Whomsoever twixt the two of us that can track it down and kill it first wins. Okay, find the thing and kill it first. If you win, I'll send you on the trail of the girl and her spooky escort. If I win, you must give me your bow and your knife and return home and tell all that you meet I'm the greatest hunter this land has ever known. Oh jeez, that doesn't leave me much choice. Wonderful. The hunter went about preparing his provisions, and the huntsman realized he had an opportunity. There, by the fire, unattended, was the hunter's bow. It would be effortless to sabotage it, and with the hunter's attention elsewhere, the huntsman had no doubt he could get away with it. Sabotage its equipment. Deftly, the huntsman loosened the hunter's bow strap. It would crack and go next time it was to be pulled. The hunter gathered up his gear and smiled at the huntsman. May the best man win. Okay, and with that, the hunter disappeared. Although the huntsman was a skilled tracker, these woods were filled with confounding magics that thwarted his efforts. What it took for a group of fireflies turned out to be pixies, and the trees he marked would uproot themselves and change places when his back was turned. Then came a lighting voice from the bottom of a ridge. Help! Peering over the edge of the ridge, the huntsman saw a peculiar sight. A creature covered in vines and leaves was stuck in a makeshift trap. Still unseen, the huntsman had the choice to get on with his hunt and leave the creature be, just as he could go down and help it, or fire off an arrow and kill it, I guess. Be careful, creatures in these woods are full of trickery. You never know which might suddenly betray you. Thank you, Molly's doll. Not to mention that every second we spend here is another second there's another hunter ahead of us. Let's go down and free the creature. I'm a nice guy. Well, my queen, you should have seen the hunter. Down that ridge he slid, much to the creature's surprise, and by approaching carefully, freed it from the trap. The creature, grateful, revealed itself to be a dryad. Brave huntsman! Whoa! Look at her. Thank you for your aid. Excuse me, had you not come upon me, I surely would have perished. The trees whispered to me that you hunt the ballistic, or whatever. It is a dangerous and elusive creature. To reach it before your rival hunter claims it, follow the dry riverbed. Do not listen to the whispering trees, for they will try to lead you astray. I understand the stakes are high in this contest of yours, but I would ask this of you. Do not kill the ballistic. Its presence is all that keeps the great hunger beasts from claiming these woods as their hunger grounds. They are a much fiercer threat. Okay, I will try to spare it if I can. The dryad, now freed, melted away into the trees, her laughter fading with the wind and the leaves. Growing used to the peculiarities of these woods, the huntsman grew confident that he was on the right trail. Sure enough, as he followed the dry riverbed, he heard the trees whispering and cajoling. Following the dryad's advice, he ignored every foul, taunting word. As he pushed through the trees, he came upon a remarkable sight. There was a ballistic coiled and ready to pounce. Oh, a snake, huh? But it had not yet noticed our huntsman. No! His attention was on the rival hunter, who remained oblivious to his presence. The huntsman had little time to make a choice. Here, let's lure him. My queen would have been proud to see this noble act. The huntsman called out to his rival, warning him of the beast that lurked behind him. The hunter, surprised but ready, turned and fired wildly at the fearsome beast. The arrow flew wild as the ballistic slithered off through the trees, quick as lightning. Neither hunter had achieved the prize, but both hunters knew the hunt was over. I had him! You scared him away. He has our scent now. We'll never again find him. Then there is no contest. I suppose you are right. I saw the little girl and the spooky woman head yonder through those trees. The hunter pointed to a nearby corpse of dark and foreboding trees. Best of luck on your hunt, friend. I don't think we will meet again. The huntsman, tired of these games and grateful to once more be on the trail of his daughter, thanked the hunter and gathered his things. He left without looking back. Following the trail given to him by the hunter, the huntsman found himself in a ring of thick trees with no obvious way forward. Well now, does our tracker need some help finding his way? Another satire appeared before the huntsman. My queen would have recognized this one as Brutus, but the huntsman never did learn his name. After all, at this juncture, what is a man of the hunt such as yours to do but follow the breadcrumbs laid before him, so to speak? You work for the Hollow Queen, don't you? We're all servants of the Hollow Queen. Even you, in your own bumbling way, contribute to the workings of her will. Is she the one that took my daughter? To be entirely honest, I don't think take is the correct word. If your daughter is with her, then she must have gone on her own will. Take me to her. Oh, such rude demands. I have no business going to her, and I'm not your guide, but I can put you on the right path. There are trees here that are hollow. When in doubt, climb through to find your path. And if you cannot find a tree hollow, why, simply ask the nearest satyr for help. With that, the satyr stepped aside, revealing a tree hollow behind him. He gave a bow and a flourish, inviting the huntsman to step through. The tree hollow grew in size, drawing the huntsman in until he once again found himself in darkness. Alright everybody, I think that's all I'm going to do is this part 1 for tonight. I will continue and try and do part 2 tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.